What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 8 of Open Experience. I'm Kyle. Next to me here is Jordan.
So,
what are we talking about today?
The 2017 It movie, reboot, remake, whatever you want to call it. One of Stephen King's best books. Made a movie about it. You watched it for the first time?
It was alright. But before we get into that, for our audio listeners, if you guys would prefer the video side, you can always find us on youtube.com/clashing thoughts. And then any YouTube peoples, you can always find us on majority of the podcast services around the globe. Know what I mean? But right? That is 2 hours and 9 minutes I'm not getting back in my life.
Great movie.
I wouldn't say great.
It's a great movie.
Is it a comedy? Is it a horror? Is it a thriller? We don't know.
It's a coming-of-age horror movie.
It's kind of like The Room. It's like, oh, this is supposed to be like a drama thriller movie type thing, but then it releases like, oh, it's a comedy. Just kidding, it's a comedy.
No, it's definitely a horror movie.
I laughed way more than I was scared.
It's a very funny movie. And I think that's what I like about it. Like, because there's a bunch of little kids, and they depict these kids as like little kids would be in real life. Like like when you see kids in most movies, they're not cussing or like making jokes about people's moms.
How old are they?
13 or 12 to 13.
Okay, thank you.
But in like most movies, they're not cussing or making jokes about like people's moms or anything. And this one is like something that little kids would really do, where the in the movie, one of the kids gets his mom a kiss goodbye, and then one of the little boys is like, "Hey, do you want a kiss from me as well, Miss K?" Like that would happen in real life. And then they cuss way too much, but that's what real kids would do. So I like the depiction of them. It's like real life.
Where are their parents at, bro?
That's the whole point of the movie, or like this town. The parents don't care.
Nobody in the town.
The entire town, the adults in this town are all assholes. Every single one. I don't think there's a good adult in this town.
The mom was good.
No, she was not. She was making the motherfucker take gazebos.
He just said you fucked that word up really bad. No. I think we'll get into it. Right. This is spoilers. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and turn away now.
They haven't seen it. It's 2 years old. The new movie's coming out. Should have seen it by now.
I haven't seen it. What you mean? But yeah,
you're not gonna click on a video that's talking about it.
Why not?
Why would you click on a video?
Like, what the fuck is it? I need to know what it is. I don't know what it is.
It's a creepy clown. The dancing clown.
He has a big ass head, bro.
He's an alien.
I didn't say he wasn't. He has a big. He actually is the alien from Men in Black. He's the baby version.
No, it's not. But so you didn't like it?
It was alright, man. Like I could have went my entire life without seeing it. I would have been fine.
Movie. It's so good.
Like I have so many problems with it. It made me laugh though. So I mean, it wasn't all bad.
It's a very funny movie.
Like it's just.
What problem did you have with it?
These kids, man. Everybody's a dick to each other. Like I don't even know.
It's so funny.
Like we'll get into it.
It's
so
real
it
life.
starts off 1988 October. Right.
So you knew this scene before because I've shown you this scene before of Georgie like meeting Pennywise and with the popcorn. So you've seen the scene. I didn't know it was gonna open like this. Like, when I was watching it, I didn't know it was just going to open and the fucking little kid was going to die. So, when he died and got dragged into the sewer, I was like, oh shit, it's this kind of movie? But it wasn't really because not too many people died. But I wasn't expecting, like, that big of a scene to open up the movie. But you obviously were because you've seen it. That scene anyway.
Scene 1. Nobody in this family believes in fucking lights. Was pissed off to the entire fucking
The
scene.
lights were out.
No, they weren't. They were not out because I thought that at first as well. But when the little kid went downstairs, there were lights on the mom playing on the piano.
No, because those were on the generator.
No, fuck that. And then when the little kid went back upstairs,
Georgie,
there was a light while he was waxing the paper. I was like, why is there no fucking lights? You're going to this creepy ass basement. Turn the fucking lights on, please.
Did you notice the opening logos for the studios had the rain and thunderstorms behind it? That was pretty dope.
No.
And then it transitioned into it raining outside in the real movie.
Didn't pay attention to that at all. They had walkie-talkies though. They were
He did have a
professional.
walkie-talkie.
Was super confused. I was like, I think he's pretty like he knows he's gonna die. He has walkie-talkies. Like it doesn't make sense.
He was walking down the steps. He's like, I'm brave. I'm brave.
Yeah.
I'm brave. And then you just hear the walkie-talkie is super loud.
Yeah. And then there was something in the basement and he got scared and he finally flashed a flashlight. I was like, I hope this motherfucker dies. Because I was, at that point, I knew the scene kind of. I didn't know he got dragged in under there. So I was like, I just hope he dies because fuck this kid. He doesn't believe in lights. He's
It kind of
stupid.
reminded me of Home Alone when he's scared of the furnace and he's going downstairs.
Yeah.
That was terrifying.
What the fuck was
Pennywise.
All right.
But I like how he flashed you see like the eye, it looks like eyes, and then he flashes the flashlight and it was like some bulbs or whatever.
Yeah.
But it makes you think that he's going to get attacked there, but he doesn't. So I like the subversion of expectations right there.
I guess so. But, whoa. That's not good. I don't know. Well, fuck it. But, so, they put this boat together so he can have it go down the stream as it's raining. What is the point in any of this? Why do I need this in my life?
They're dumb kids. They just want to have fun. You did dumb shit.
Not like
You
that.
still do dumb shit.
I'm not fucking making boats and I was like, oh, let it fucking go down.
It's 1989. It's a different time.
But they make the fucking boat.
88.
He puts it on the thing as it's floating down. And he chases it, which is weird. And as
You'll
he's
float
chasing it, there's 2 roadblocks. As soon as I saw the first one, I was like, I hope the motherfucker hit his head.
It was they ruined this in the trailer. Like I've
don't
never seen
remember
the
it.
original like the TV miniseries from the 80s and whenever it came out. But in the trailer for this movie, they show him running into the second one,
Yeah.
and I'm like, did he not notice it? Like you didn't see it.
I was like, I hope he hits that shit. Then he dodges. Like, damn it, he dodged it. And
Yeah,
then it's that bam. I was like, oh, he hit it. Cool,
The shit
cool.
out of him.
I like it.
He would hit hard.
And then it's raining. Go inside. He's pissing me off. Like I was
rain. It's
I was
rain. We
pissed.
played basketball in the rain. Like
That's fun. He's chasing a fucking boat down the fucking drain.
It's
Like,
a
it doesn't make
5-year-old.
sense.
It's fun to him.
And then it just takes a turn into the sewer. Where the fuck did he expect it to go? Like if it crosses the sewer, it's obviously like he's like, oh no, Billy's gonna kill me. No, everybody was going to the fucking sewer. It's a boat.
Maybe he was going to end in
Doesn't
a
make
puddle.
sense.
Maybe there was no sewer drainage, and he was
No.
going to catch it, but he got blocked by the roadblock.
And then Pennywise comes up holding the fucking boat and was like, "You want this?" He was like,
He is
yeah.
fucking creepy in this
He
scene.
is for real creepy.
terrifying.
And then they're talking, and he was like, "Oh, I'm from a circus." He's like, "Well, why aren't you at the circus?" He's like, "The circus got blown away." I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
He was just talking. He was like, I can't talk to strangers. He's like, I'm Pennywise.
He's like, "I'm Pennywise." Georgie, meet Pennywise. Pennywise,
Meet
Georgie.
Georgie.
I was like, this motherfucker's on third person. Fuck this dude.
Not strangers no more. He's like, okay.
And then he's talking about the circus and his little popcorn thing.
I love this scene. I don't know why. The pop, it gets me every time.
No, this little kid's laugh is what got me. I was like, oh hell no. I was like, this little kid's creepy, low key. Like something's gonna happen in the movie. He's creepy. I don't like this at all. I was like, bro, stop talking to strangers. Fuck this kid.
Did you like the design of Pennywise?
He's a big head, but I mean, it was fine.
I thought he was pretty dope.
It was
I
fine.
thought he looked cool.
Then this old lady here sees him outside. Old lady knew.
She does know. That's the thing with Pennywise. Like he was there before the town was built, so he has like an aura and like a presence in the town, and that's why all the adults are assholes. And he pretty much makes all of them be dicks to everybody. That's why when later in the movie when Ben is getting his stomach carved and that car drives by and you see the balloon pop up, because it is influencing everybody. So it is making, like, the lady sees and hears Georgie scream after he gets his arm cut off or whatever.
Interesting.
But it is making them not pay attention to the little kids. Because he feeds off the fear. So he's like, he makes everybody be dicks and then he feeds off the kids' fears.
That's weird.
It's a very strange universe when you look into it. Like, the mythology behind it is very weird.
Gotcha. Then it got me thinking, was Pennywise ever really in a circus? I need to know.
No.
I need to know now.
He's an alien.
And then what happens after that?
What happened after that? He's like, "Do you smell that?" And he's like, "Cotton candy and peanuts." And Georgie's like, "Popcorn." And he's like, "Pop, pop, pop, pop." And then Georgie's like, something happens where Pennywise just switches, and he's laughing and talking, and then Pennywise gets all serious, and he starts drooling, and then Georgie's like freaked out, and Georgie's like, "I think I'll go now." And then Pennywise hands him the boat, And then that's when
I don't think Pennywise ever handed him the boat.
he starts to hand him the boat.
But he doesn't actually hand him the boat.
Well, he doesn't, because Georgie
cuts his
starts
arm off.
reaching. Georgie reaches in because Pennywise like raises the boat. Georgie reaches in to grab it, and then
Yeah.
Pennywise chops or eats his arm off.
Which is weird.
And then Georgie starts crawling away.
He has the longest fucking. He has Space Jam arms and shit. Fuck this
He
guy.
can transform. He was all those things.
I didn't know that at that time. I thought he was a clown until he opened his
He
mouth.
thought he was just a guy in a clown.
Yes, 100%.
He's like Sonic.
100%.
Fucking sewers.
Thought it was Saul. Then he bit this guy's arm off.
That would definitely.
I was like, damn, this is a big bite, bro.
That'd be a very weird movie. Just a guy in a clown suit in a sewer, just drooling, talking about popcorn.
Yeah, I was like, I thought he was drooling blood. I thought he just ate something.
See, I don't know if it was. I thought it was blood at first. The first time I watched it, but I'm like, where did the blood come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
But it was, I think it was like drool, and it's just his lips were so red. No, and then it cuts to the title, and it shows it, and it's like going through the sewer.
Then it's the homeschool kid.
Yeah.
And I think it's his grandfather, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's it's either uncle or grandfather.
Yeah, and he's talking to him, and he's trying to get him to shoot a sheep with a bolt gun thing.
Yeah.
And then the little kid couldn't do it. His name's Mike, I think.
It's Mike, yeah.
Mike couldn't do it, and he was like, "You'll never be like your dad or some shit. Or your dad at your age was doing this already." He's like, "Well, I'm not my dad."
If you don't want to kill a fucking sheep, don't let him.
And then he was like, in society or like in the real world, you're either one of them locked in a box, or you're one of us with the bolt gun, and you're gonna wake up one day with a bolt in between your eyes. I was like, what kind of fucking metaphor is this? This little ass kid. What is going on?
See, that's the thing. So it has control over the city. They live on the outskirts. So they live on the outskirts, and Mike even says that. He's like, my dad or grandfather tells me that there's an evil presence in the city, and they live on the outskirts. So I don't understand how it has influence over his grandpa, or his grandpa is just a fucking dick for, like, that's how he is. So I don't know if it has influence over him or not.
Gotcha. I have no idea. It was very, very weird.
And Mike also, like, in the book, it's a little different. Mike plays the character of Ben. Their roles are switched in the books, so I don't know why they switched it for the movie.
They were making it different. You know what I mean?
It's a weird choice.
I guess so. Okay, that's the thing that's better.
But yeah, if he doesn't want to kill the sheep, don't make him kill the sheep.
Yeah.
Like, let him do what he wants to do. He's a fucking kid.
And then it cuts to them at school. Is that right?
Yes, and it's the kid from Shazam. And I think the Richie's from Stranger Things, I think.
Maybe.
But Eddie's from Shazam.
I wrote down that's fucking gross. What was gross in the school scene, I guess?
There was the scene of Beverly in the stall where they poured the trash can on her.
Yeah, they poured the trash can. That's fucking gross. That's what it was.
Because she was in there smoking.
It's fucking nasty.
And then that girl went in there.
That's fucking, yeah.
And she was like, you in there with the entire boys from 6th grade or from the school, whatever. And then she was like, you're a slut and something else. She was like, well, which one am I? And that's when they poured the trash on her.
Yeah, it was fucking nasty.
That was very nasty. But the next scene, we see Beverly. She's not wet.
Yeah.
When she's talking to Ben.
Super confused.
So that was a weird transition.
Yeah.
But yeah, they poured the trash on her.
And they're walking through the hallway, right? And they're talking... And I just wrote down this. They said Summer's the best. Or they were dumping out their books.
Try tickling your pickle for the first time. I wrote it down too.
They were dumping out their books. And it was like, best feeling. Damn. Best feeling ever. And it was like, oh yeah? Try tickling your pickle for the first time. I was like, what am I watching? Doesn't make any sense.
So, when you were in school, when the school year ended, did you throw your books away?
No, 100% not.
Like, I reused those folders next year. Like, they just threw everything in the trash can and said, fuck it.
I think I threw mine away.
I never threw anything away.
Yeah, fuck it. Throw it away.
No.
We're done. Throw it away. We don't need it.
No, maybe I was nicer and I didn't want my parents to have to buy stuff. Because then I wouldn't.
If you say so.
I don't know, but I never threw anything away.
And then it goes outside, and Ben's carrying a school project. And I'm super confused why he has a school project. Nobody else has one, and why he's carrying on somewhere. Throw that shit away, bro.
Because he obviously cares, and nobody else cares.
I guess. And then Beverly sees him, and she was like, "Is there a password?"
Yeah, she was kind of an asshole at first. She was like, "Are you gonna block me?" Like, the fuck?
Nobody's
like,
blocking
you say, "Excuse me."
Yeah, shit. Nobody blocking you. Move. And he's like, and he's like stuttering and shit.
And then he drops it, and
yeah, and then they're talking about New Boys on the Block and shit, and
New Kids,
New Boys on the Block. They become like friends.
He's a crusher.
She walks away, and then he's carrying his fucking thing and walking his bike.
He was like,
bruh.
"Don't go away, girl," or something, and she doesn't respond. He's like, "Oh, that was the name of a song." She just keeps walking.
Yeah, fuck that.
And then it cuts to the bullies, where the bullies are, they see the losers club and they're walking, and then the bullies are like, "Bill, you had a free pass this year because of your brother, but now you're in for a summer of pain or something."
Yeah.
And he gets up in his face, and then the cop looks at him, and he like backs off.
See, the cop wasn't a dick.
The cop was a dick. The cop was his dad.
He saved 5 kids' lives.
No,
almost.
I think he was just wanted to intimidate his son. Like
Nah.
later in the movie.
Nah.
Yes.
And then he kind of stands up. He says, "Stop it," and all that. Yep, that happened. After that, does it go to the library?
No, it cuts to Bill getting home and his dad finding the diagram or whatever, the model of the
that's why I
sewage
said,
system.
"Bro, fuck this dad." That makes sense.
Yeah, the dad is fucking asshole.
Yeah, he was mad at him for. I think he had like a. It was a water. I don't.
It was the sewage system. Like if he was.
Was it a replica?
Yeah, it was like if Georgie went down here, where would he end up at?
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Because he wanted to find Georgie.
That makes sense.
And his dad was like, "Fuck it, you need to man up. He's dead." Like
basically,
whoa.
he's like, "Don't let your mom see this. Stop taking shit from my office," and it goes back inside.
Whoa.
And then it goes to Ben at the library.
Cuts to Mike and the bullies, where he's on his bike and the bullies are driving, and then Mike runs into an alley, and then he sees Pennywise. This is where he realizes Pennywise is in the town, because it's like the hands are coming out and they're burning through the door.
Which is weird.
What's Pennywise? He's showing them what they're scared of.
I didn't know that. I was super confused about.
The first time I watched it too, I'm like, the fuck is this? Like, why?
I was like,
why
there's
are
zombies
burning
now.
hands?
Like, what the fuck is going on?
And then the door opens. You see Pennywise in the back, and he's eating somebody.
Yeah. Okay. And then he's staring at it, and then the bullies like right up.
Yeah, they try and run him over.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
Like you trying to kill him?
When that happened, I'm like, the fuck, these guys are dicks. Like
This entire town.
Yeah, like he could have done some damage. Like, bro, like back up.
Did you notice that the kids they walk their bikes a lot?
Yeah, I wrote that down so many times. I was like, why is he not riding his bike?
And then when they're walking their bikes, they just leave them in the middle of the street and they'll run off and like to the house or whatever. They just leave them in the middle of the street.
One guy puts his stand down on every time.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was I forget which one it was, but yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, they always just leave him in the middle of the streets.
Yeah.
And they're always walking them.
Yep. Always. But so after that, it goes to Ben at the library, and the librarian's like, "Don't you have friends? Shouldn't you be outside?" I'm like, "Fuck this library." He does not want to talk to you right now. And he's like, "Bro, just give me the book. Like, you got the book or not?" And he gets the book, and he's just flipping through, and it gets more intense. And I'm like, "The fuck is even going on?"
Did you notice the librarian in the background when he's flipping through the pages? She's like going through the books or whatever, and then when he starts flipping the pages and you start to see Pennywise, the librarian like turns towards Ben, and she's just staring at him, and she has like a really sinister smile on her. It's pretty creepy.
Gotcha.
And then like he's flipping through, and then he sees Pennywise on the last page, and then that's when you see the balloon floating by.
Yeah. And then a burnt Easter egg.
Yeah, I didn't understand this part.
I think it's because there was an explosion in Easter 27 years ago. That's what it said in the book.
Gotcha.
That's the only
I didn't look into it, so I don't know what the Easter egg, because he calls him Egg Boy when he act like, because he follows the eggs.
Yeah,
and then
he did.
He's running
I wrote
through,
that down too.
And then the decapitated person, whatever, is chasing him, and then Pennywise pops up, and he was like, "Come here, Egg Boy."
And also, when he was flipping through the book, I saw Derry Ward. I was like, "Who the fuck's Derry?" And I found out it was the town,
Derry's the
like
town.
at the very end.
Yeah, Derry's
I was like, "Who the fuck is a Derry?"
in Maine. It's also in Pet Sematary. It's a big Stephen King universe.
But then sees the balloon. I was like, nobody else sees this fucking balloon floating around. I was getting pissed. I was getting really pissed. And then there's an egg. I was like, oh, there's
So
an
I don't
egg.
know if they can't see it, and Pennywise is just making the kids
It's an
see
illusion.
it, or
So
if
I
they're
think it's a choice, like
yeah.
not a choice, but like he chooses who sees it if they're.
See, I don't know if it's that, or if he's just like the parents are just oblivious, like the adults are just oblivious. Like, could her dad not see the blood, and it just look clean to him?
That's what it seemed like.
Or if he's just like, it has some control, and he's just like, it's just like normal, like oblivious to it. But I mean, I guess it makes sense if it's just an illusion. But the kids
But it doesn't
really
make sense
cleaned
that it cleaned up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they cleaned it. So I think he's just like,
Then it's a plot hole.
no, it's definitely not. I think it's just like in like Percy Jackson where they have the mist and then like the kids can see, like the demigods can see the magic, but the real world can't. I think it's sort of like that. Because like to the or to like in Percy Jackson, a demigod would see a centaur,
I
but to a
understand what
real
you're saying.
person would be like
But
a
how
car.
come some things are real, some things aren't? Doesn't make sense to me.
Well, what wasn't real?
Like when they opened the door, towards the end, and it said like not so scary. They opened it up. He's like, if you're scared, it's off of fear. So if you're not scared, we're not gonna see anything. So he closes the door, then opens it back up, and then it's just a hallway because he's not scared anymore.
I don't know. I hadn't.
Because it says it's an illusion of the fear. So some things are real, like the bathroom, or at the end when the guy, or when like the monster lady bit dude's face or whatever, and he left like scratches or whatever. That was real, but then other things like that wasn't real. For instance,
maybe he just picks and chooses. Maybe he's not. I don't know. It's a weird universe. So maybe they'll explain it. Maybe they'll explain it in the second
right
one.
in his bottle. But he follows the fucking burnt Easter eggs, and then a guy with his head cut off just starts chasing him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Calls him Egg Boy, but he doesn't have a mouth. Egg Boy. So I don't know how he called him Egg Boy. And he's running around, and he sees the librarian. The librarian is like, what the fuck are you doing down here? And he just doesn't say anything. He just runs. It's gone. I was like, all right, cool.
Before that scene was standing with the Torah and his father, where he's reading the Torah. And his father's like, are you studying? Or you haven't been studying because he messed up one of the words, which I didn't understand this scene. Because his dad, Stan is reading the Torah. And then his dad was like, you have obviously haven't been studying. You're messing up. Well, he's reading it right now. He's obviously studying. And then his dad tells him to go put the book upstairs in his office. And that's when we see the painted lady for the first time.
She's creepy too.
She was very creepy. Because he puts the picture up and like straightens it out. And he walks over. And then you hear it fall. He picks it up. There's no lady. And then he turns around. It's the painted lady. Very weird. It reminded me of the picture from Boy Meets World.
That's what I thought too. But after Ben leaves the library, he's just walking by, and then is his name Henry?
Henry is the bully. Yes.
He's the lead dick, and he starts fucking with him and punching him and shit. I'm like, this guy's a dick. Like he's punching him in his face. Motherfucker takes a knife out and cuts an H into him. I'm like, the fuck is going on? Like
at first, when he started doing this, I thought he was gonna write it. When he first started doing it, because he put like the line, I thought he was gonna write it. I'm like, oh, so he's doing this. And then he was writing, I'm gonna carve my whole fucking name in you. I was like, oh, he's writing Henry.
And he kicks him in the balls, and he flips over. I'm like, bro, like you just lost either way, bro.
See, at first when I watched this and you see the car drive by, I'm like, these adults aren't gonna stop this. Like these adults are assholes. Like, then you see the red balloon, you're like, oh, Pennywise is there.
Yeah, I was super confused even with the red balloon. It's like, fuck this. But yeah, so then he kicks him, and he flips over, and all the other three besides the lead bully, maybe there was three. There were three. He was like, they were like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's because they were like, you're taking this too far.
Yeah, but he's like, go get him.
And then he loses the knife.
Yeah, and he's like, my dad's gonna kill me. I'm gonna look for the knife. You guys go get him. And then he just keeps running away, waddling away down the fucking river. I was like, why are you running in the middle of the river? Like, you could run on
the other guy that was like Adam Driver, Kylo Ren.
No.
Patrick?
No.
The one that got eaten in the sewer? With the flamethrower?
He's a dumbass. They're all dumbasses. Everybody in the movie's a dumbass. Just move.
They're little kids. They can't choose to move.
Yeah, watch me. But, so he waddles away. He eventually finds the
he also looks like
club.
Spencer.
No. He finds they call themselves the losers or whatever. So he finds that group, and they're like, oh, shit, are you okay? But right before that, they're all about to go in the sewer thing.
Greywater.
Stupid-ass name.
Why? It's real.
They all bug me, bro.
Greywater.
They all bug me. And then two of them find, like, a shoe of somebody.
Yeah, Bill finds
Go to the cops. Why
Betty
are you trying to investigate this?
They're dumb little kids.
Bro, I'm telling you, if I was ever in that predicament, I'm not going any further.
Okay.
You got me fucked up.
There's all kinds of books about little kids doing investigations. Like, this is not a new thing.
It's so cliche. Yeah, exactly. It's not a new thing. Like,
no, this started it all.
I don't think that little kids are gonna go and not go to the cops or something.
I would.
I don't think you would. You're a punk ass bitch.
Nah, if I find a shoe, I'm gonna find the other one. Then I'm gonna find out who they belong
All right,
to.
Cinderella. So stupid. So they're arguing, and two of them like, my mom's gonna kill me. She don't want playing down here. He's a punk too.
Eddie?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't remember which one said that. It was the one with the gazebos?
He's the yeah.
That's Eddie.
Yeah. But so they're arguing. They see they see Ben.
Yeah, he falls down.
And they go and see if he's all right. And then they put him on a bike and they take him to like an alley or something. It's probably, I think it was the same alley that Mike was in earlier is what it looked like.
No, I didn't notice. I didn't look. I don't know.
Yeah. Pretty sure it was. But they take him to the alley and then they go inside a store that's around the corner and they leave one guy for watch again.
It's always Richie.
him.
Always Richie.
Always him.
Always
But they leave him to
he's a talker.
watch, I guess. And then they were like, oh, I only have $1, so we can't pay for this.
No, they had $3.
Yeah.
And it was all wet. He was like trying to straighten it out.
Yeah.
He was like, what are we going to do?
It was very weird.
And then you see Beverly trying to get tampons.
Yeah, she was trying to buy tampons. So she's about to go down one aisle, and she's like,
She sees
nope.
the bully girl.
So then she goes to the next aisle, and she starts to walk down. She's like, oh, fuck, there's these 3 kids. And they're like, are you? Or she was like, are you okay? She was like, or the kids were like,
There's a kid outside, and it looks like someone killed him.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I was like,
what? Like, okay. Like, that's not what you tell somebody, but okay.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm just like, why are you guys buying supplies and shit? Go to the cops. Like, he's cut. Go to the cops.
Yeah, see, this part, I would have took him to, like, the hospital. Because, like, he looks like he's in bad shape.
Man.
Or, like, later. Okay, so we're skipping ahead a little bit. But later, when they go to the house and Pennywise, like, opens up his stomach, like, go to. What are you doing?
Yeah,
when he opens up Ben's
yeah.
stomach, like, what are you doing?
And he's magically healed. Not magically healed, but
And then the
like,
mom
he's
is only
fine.
worried about her son who has his arm is broken, but this motherfucker's guts are hanging out.
You can definitely see fucking blood and shit like he's about to die.
He was
too.
like, he's bleeding bacon grease over here.
They said beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
No, it was.
I don't know, but they were
was
fucking, they were
something,
mean as shit to this kid. They're so mean. It's so funny.
They're
though.
all so mean. And then as they're getting the bandages and stuff, the guy that you say looks like Kylo Ren, he finds
Spencer.
the
His name's
the
Patrick.
sewer that they were in, and he starts walking in with the fucking lighter.
Flamethrower.
What are you doing? I was like, he's gonna blow it one time, just get fucked up. Like I'm just waiting.
I was waiting for like the gas of like the feces and stuff to explode him, but then I was like, no, Pennywise wouldn't let that happen.
That'd be
Pennywise
funny.
obviously gonna eat him.
That'd be funny. I'm like, dude's a dumb. Like, if you know he's gonna come out sometimes, just wait outside. Like, I'm not going in this sewer looking for this damn.
No, he would go find another exit.
Like, it's not that deep.
He wouldn't come out.
It's not that deep. Fuck
No,
that.
Henry told him to.
I'll see you. I'll see you at 5, bro.
But he's like walking through, and then you hear like voices, and then he starts flashing, or he starts lighting it up, and you're like, oh shit, Pennywise about to pop out, and then he does it, and then there's just like zombies.
Yeah, I was like, what is this movie about? I'm still so confused. Like,
You've only seen Pennywise once.
are zombies getting him? Like, what is going on?
You see the zombies, and then he freaks out, and then he turns around, and then
And
it's
he
Pennywise.
falls.
Yeah.
It's so fucking gross. Ugh.
And then Pennywise attacks him. He does it.
Yeah.
Pennywise just does a little frantic thing, which would be fucking terrifying if this was real.
100%.
I would freak the fuck out.
Oh shit. But then.
Oh yeah, so Patrick is dead.
Yep,
They
he
start putting up
dies,
wanted
and then it
for
cuts
missing
back.
persons.
I don't know if it cuts back, but at the same time that's happening.
Yeah, it cuts
There's-
back to them in the alley with them stealing it.
Yeah, she goes and she talks to the head guy.
Fuck this guy. He's a creeper. Fuck this pharmacy guy. Fuck him.
She was like, "Oh, you're like Clark Kent.
Oh,
in
you my
those
Lois
glasses."
Lane. No, fuck you. She's 13. I looked this up to figure out how old she was, because I was like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, but she knocks some shit off, and then steals some cigarettes, I think.
And she stole the cigarettes off
So
the counter.
they can steal all the bandages. So they steal the bandages and try to go help the dude. And then she's about to walk home, and she just sees them in the alley, so she walks down there.
She was like kid from Soch.
Yeah. And she goes and checks on him, and she was like, "Are you all right?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." Like, no, you're dying. You're not fine.
The kid in the alley died.
And then they fix him up or something, and then she ends up leaving, and she goes home.
Mm-hmm. Fuck her dad.
Yeah,
fuck her.
I was like,
Fuck
her dad-
everybody.
I was like, her dad's creepy, bro. What the fuck is going on?
Definitely some abuse and
Yeah, 100%.
molestation happening in this family.
100%.
Fuck this guy.
And he was like, "Are you still my little girl?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck this."
Yeah, fuck. And he's like caressing her face and stuff.
What the fuck is going on?
Fuck him.
And then she goes into the bathroom. She cuts her hair off.
Yeah, she cuts.
And she's crying and shit.
Which that's a weird response, but I mean it happens in real life. But that's like a weird response to like rebel against your parents is to cut your hair. Like I've never understood that. Like why is that gonna piss your parents off?
Because it makes her look older. So he's not.
I don't think that's what she was going for.
That's what she was thinking. She was like,
don't think that's what she was going for.
She was like, "No, I'm not your little girl no more. Bam, I'm a woman.
I'm an adult now.
Yeah, I cut my hair off.
Do what I want."
What it reminded me of was
Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Depending on cuts her hair off, but I'm like she
no,
did that.
I thought of that as well.
She did
but
that
she
voluntarily,
looks like
or not to piss somebody off.
Rachel, like a younger Rachel.
Rachel McGuire.
You don't mess with Rachel McGuire.
And then it cuts to them on the cliff. Oh, they tell her that they're going to the quarry
and
tomorrow.
She's like, "Oh, nice to know." Oh, that's sarcastic as fuck. She's not going.
Fucking go, you fucking noobs. But then she feels like a loner, so she goes.
Yeah, so they're all five standing there, and they're tidy whities. I'm like, bro, they're not all wearing tidy whities.
It's the 1980s. They're definitely wearing tidy whities.
No, they're not.
What else? Hanes isn't around. Fruit of the Loom is not around.
You don't know. You don't know any of that. You weren't there.
It won't allow them to look cool and wear other underwear.
But they're about to go, like, wear shorts. Like, why are you in tidy whities?
They don't want to get them wet. They don't wear shorts. They wear jean shorts. They don't wear shorts. It was jean shorts or jeans throughout the entire movie. They don't believe in, like, basketball shorts. Actually, it's the 80s. I think basketball shorts tidy whities might have been longer than basketball shorts at this time.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you're about to go swimming, and your tidy whities are white. So
see, I don't think they were ever gonna jump. And until she jumped, I don't think they were gonna jump.
100% they were.
Because when you looked at it, when they panned away, I'm like, shit, that's very high. I don't know if I would have jumped.
That is very high. I was like, there's no way these kids are jumping. Like in real life,
fucking
there ain't
high
no
as shit. So I have a problem with it. So it pans away, and then it shows them jumping. And then the next scene, they're in like the middle of the lake, standing up, doing chicken fights.
They went to a different part of the lake.
So is that what you got from? Because I got it from they were in the same fucking spot. They were doing chicken fight. I'm like, you're definitely dead.
Well, when it panned away, they were like when it panned away and they showed the cliff, you could see that was deeper in. But whenever they were standing up, you could see like the side.
I didn't see it. I thought they were in the middle of the lake when they were doing chicken fights. I'm like,
the
there's no fucking way. And then it cuts again to them swimming. I'm like, where the fuck are they at? They're in 3 different lakes.
They're the same. Like there's different different parts.
Would you have jumped?
Because
it looked high as shit, and I bet it looks even higher when you're up there.
I don't know.
It looked
when
terrifying.
I was 13. How old were we when we went to Gatlinburg?
I was 20, 21, 22.
No, the first time with your parents.
I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. I was 12.
I was however old then, and I would have done it then, but they wouldn't let me. Which is weird.
You think you would have done it then? Till you get up there, you're like, fuck this.
No, I would have done it. I was set.
No.
I mainly would have done it because you said you didn't want to do it. I was like,
I was terrified.
I was like, Jordan's a punk bitch. I'm about to go. Let me try. Let me do this. But at 13, there's no way that cliff was that high. If it was that high, probably not.
It looked terrifying. It looked like I may as well have been on the dragster at fucking Cedar Point. This shit looks high as fuck.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it now because this shit was high as fuck. Like, it's basically an ice age.
I tried to count the seconds that it took them, but it was different. I think it took them like 2 seconds. I'm like, how far is 2 seconds? How far is 2 seconds at terminal velocity?
But yeah. So then after they're done swimming and shit, the girl lays on the side and she's just laying there,
and they're staring at her.
And all 5 are just staring at her. I'm like, y'all.
Oh, there's an Easter egg when they're in the water when they're standing up before they swim. When they're standing up, when I thought they're in the middle of the lake, when it makes no sense. Bill says, "Oh look, there's a turtle," which is an Easter egg to the good version of Pennywise.
There's a good version.
There's like a evil, like Pennywise is the evil version, and then there's like a good part of the universe that Pennywise is scared of, and that version is a turtle. So that was like, if you look in the background of a bunch of scenes, there's like wallpaper for turtles, and it's just alluding to the good turtle.
Where the fuck was he at whenever I was dying?
He's gonna be in the second one, I assume.
You say so. But they're staring at her, and then they go through Ben's backpack, and they find the little secret admirer note he wrote for Beverly.
Yeah, they go to his room. Oh, that's because when they get out the water and she's in her swimming suit, he was like, "Hey, did you guys know that on the national average, 6 times more adults die here and it's even worse for kids. And then they're like, "How the fuck do you know this?" And he's like, "Let's go to my room. I got a bunch of shit."
Well, they went. That's what I'm saying.
Because they went through his
backpack,
yeah.
and then found all of his notes about the town and shit. So they go back to his room,
The history.
and he runs in there real quick, cleaning it up.
Clean
a
it
little
up.
bit. I was cracking up.
Throw the shit in the closet.
And then he's basically a fucking detective. He just
Oh, yeah?
he has
He has
shit
string.
everywhere. I was like, the fuck is really going on?
What is this? Are you guys autistic? No, this is very artistic. There's strings. There was newspaper clippings everywhere. And then he had the one New Kids on the Block poster.
And when they were talking in his room, they talked about Derry. I was like, oh, Derry's the fucking town. Crazy. Didn't realize
Crazy.
that. Thought Derry
Took
was...
me 45 minutes.
Thought Derry was Pennywise the whole time.
What?
So I thought... Derry Ward, that's what they're talking about earlier. I was like, alright, Derry Ward.
And Daryl, that'd be a fucking horrible villain name. The fuck?
Pennywise is a terrible villain name.
No, Pennywise is like somewhat like mysterious.
Derry
Derry Ward
Ward
just sounds like a white person that lives in like the fucking nowhere. Like that sounds like somebody off of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
No, that's fine.
Derry Ward.
But they're all talking. I don't remember what they really talked about in this room.
He just talks about how I don't really remember. I know the show. Beverly sees the poster, and then it cuts to a weird like montage of New Kids on the Block, like zooming into the poster, which is very weird. And then he was like, "Shh," and she like flips the door back around.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Eddie, and he sees Pennywise for the first time. Because I don't remember
the
what
scary house.
Yeah, it's the leper.
Yeah.
Because he's walking he was walking. He didn't have his bike with him this time. He was walking. And he goes to the house and he sees the leper, and the leper starts chasing him, and he's like trying to get through
And chase him in a fucking circle.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck was he really doing?
Well, because Pennywise likes the fear. He likes to scare him.
No, I understand, but why is he going in a circle?
Oh, you talking about Eddie?
Yes.
No, I don't know.
Does it make
He's a dumb
sense?
kid.
So you go in a circle and then you go to the scary house. I'm like, this motherfucker better not go in this house. And then he went to the side. I was like, all right.
Then he tries to get through the fence and turns around, and Pennywise is holding like all the balloons. This was another scene that was in the trailer. It was pretty dope. And the balloons like go up, and then it reveals his face.
Yeah. And then he said something. I don't know what he said.
You'll float too, or come float with us, or something. And then Eddie gets scared, and like he goes through, and then the balloons pop.
Yep. And then he finally gets through the fence or whatever. And I think after that is it. Beverly
meets
in her
Pennywise.
house.
Yep.
And she finds the Secret Admirer postcard thing.
Yep.
In her backpack, and she goes into the bathroom to read it. She reads it and sits in the fucking bathtub like a weirdo. You could read the shit in your room. What are you doing?
That's her safe space, because her room probably doesn't have a lock on it, but the bathroom does.
Stupid. But she sits in the bathtub, she reads it, she smiles a whole bunch. Then she
thinks it's Bill. Not
She
right
does?
now. She thinks it's Bill.
She does. Yeah.
Which I don't know why, because there was no indication anytime that it would have been Bill. I mean, I guess he would kind of flirt. He didn't really flirt with her.
Well, he's the one
He
that
was
asked her to
he
go
was nice
to
to
the
her.
thing.
Yeah, he was nice, but obviously.
And then I think she also, in the water, he was like kind of like taking peeks at her. And I
Yeah.
think she knew, because when he turned away, she started smiling. But she was also staring at the other kids fighting, so I don't know if she was smiling at that.
But yeah, through the entire time, like, it's obviously Ben.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's
100%.
Ben.
Like, motherfucker doesn't know poetry. You can tell the motherfucker.
Ben, obviously, he's somewhat.
I was
like,
wondering
something
through
good.
the entire movie, I was like, she getting with Ben or Bill? Ben or Bill? Which one's it gonna be?
She kisses Bill, man. Even though she knows it's Ben. Makes no sense.
She liked Bill. She doesn't like Ben.
No. I got the feeling she liked Ben.
She doesn't like Ben. She don't fuck with him.
But yeah, this is where she meets Pennywise.
Yeah, so they're whispering or whatever, so she gets up and it's like, come closer. No, bitch, you're in a drain.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
obviously...
there's no fucking way if somebody's talking to me through a drain, I am looking down. No fucking way.
Hell no. Like,
this scene is it's not terrifying, but
just
it's like
weird.
it's like, what if this would really happen? Like the
no, it
fuck?
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So then it's like, come closer.
weird.
So she's kind of close and she's like, oh, I have an idea.
It goes to go it's a good
I'm gonna
measuring
get a
tape.
tape measure. And she sticks up, I'm like, what the fuck? What is her game plan? What is she gonna do with this tape measure?
Another
when it gets
thing
to the
for
bottom?
like it having influence over the town or whatever, every time there's a TV showing, it's always showing the same TV show. It's always showing the same thing. So it's another like way that Pennywise influences the town. I thought that was a pretty cool little
That's
Easter egg thing.
That's weird.
This whole town is weird.
But yeah, what I just want to know what her expectation.
Yeah, I didn't know what her end game was. Like, what was her game plan? Were they supposed to grab onto it and come up? The fuck was supposed to happen?
Because the exact opposite happened. Some hair got into it, and I was like, "Oh, that's your fucking hair."
It pulls up the blood, and then it's the hair. I'm like, ew.
This shit was gross. And then it just latches onto her arms, and then it grabs her, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, just fucking."
Dude, this entire time, I'm like, "The fuck?" Like, I don't know how many times through this movie, I'm like, "The fuck is going on?" I have no idea what is happening. I don't know why. It just doesn't make like her biggest fear is her hair.
It's her period. This is where the blood came from.
With hair. Is it pubic hair? That makes sense.
Probably. And she also just chopped her hair off, so some of that hair was probably hers. That was just in the drain.
That's so gross.
But yeah, that's what the blood was for, because she's scared of becoming a woman and growing up.
Gotcha. And then all that happens, and then blood just shoots up in her face,
which is fucking nasty.
It was so gross.
Nasty.
I was like, I don't even know how you shoot this shit. Like, fuck that. I'm out. Obviously, it's probably cranberry juice.
It's probably like corn syrup or something, and it is food coloring. But either
so
way,
nasty.
it's fucking nasty, and it's everywhere. Everywhere. I don't think there's a single like speck that's not red in this bathroom now.
Yeah,
and there's no way they cleaned this in like half an hour.
Man. And then her dad comes in and was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I thought she locked it."
He was like, "Why are you in the corner crying, bitch? I'm bleeding. There's blood everywhere."
She was like, "The blood." She was like, "The fuck." I'm like, I don't even know what's real and what's not anymore. Like, the fuck is going on in this movie? Like, is it an illusion or not? Like, is Georgie really gone? Was Georgie real at the beginning? I have no idea.
Georgie real at the beginning. Pennywise.
He was playing the long con. I don't know.
He made a room for Georgie and everything.
He was like fucking with everyone. Like, what the fuck is going on? And then I think after that is it Bill?
Bill meets him from the ceiling leaking.
This
scene was in the trailer too.
It was his ceiling was leaking as he was drawing a picture of.
I don't know what the picture was of.
It was of the girl.
Was it?
Yeah, her red hair. It was Beverly. It was curly.
I thought it was pink hair.
No, it was red.
Huh.
And then it was curly because that's her. It was her new hairstyle.
Gotcha. I thought it was long hair.
Nope.
I didn't really look at the picture honestly.
I thought
it was
pink.
Hair. Well, I didn't really think of it. The water was dripping on it, so.
Which I thought it was weird because the whole sink fiasco had to do with water, and then I was like, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Whatever.
I don't think so. Maybe.
But then he goes downstairs to get a bucket, and I was just like, I would have just.
He didn't go downstairs. The bucket was upstairs.
He went somewhere to get a bucket. I was like, I would have just scooted over to let that bitch.
It's dripping on his bed. Like
it is what it is.
Drip.
It is what it is. I'm sleeping. I don't have time for that. And then he starts to walk back towards his room, and then a light just comes on. I was like, you don't go in a room.
Oh yeah, hell no, fuck that. This is the part like when I'm watching like a horror movie or something, and I'm like, fuck that. That's like, nah, fuck that. You don't go in that room. You fucking leave it. You go wake your parent. No, you probably don't even wake your parent up.
But it got me thinking though. Bill, Mrs. Georgie. It was Georgie's room, right?
Maybe he thinks Georgie's back.
Maybe he thinks Georgie's ghost is like telling him to go in there or something.
Fuck that ghost. Fuck that.
That's what I was thinking.
You got people dying left and right. You want me to go in my brother's room that's dead. Fuck that. Fuck that ghost. You come in my room. Fuck that.
Yeah. I wouldn't have went in, but I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I was like, yeah, you don't go in a room that fucking random ass light. And then you can see like there's a shadow on the door. I was like, oh shit, he's here.
Yeah, when he's in the room, you see the shadow walk away. That was nice.
I was like, oh shit, someone's here. And then he starts walking. He sees something or whatever, and he starts walking.
He hears something.
Yeah, he hears something, and he starts walking towards it, and he sees like a little character, Georgie, go into the basement. I think.
Yep.
And I was like, they still don't believe in fucking lights in this house. Fuck this house. Fuck Bill. I hope he dies now, because just turn on a light. I think Pennywise may be scared of lights. I don't know.
From the projection screen, it made it seem like it when they opened the garage door.
Yeah, turn on a light.
But I don't know.
You're safe.
Because he was out in the open. He was out in the daytime when he was fucking with Eddie. When they were at Nebo house when he first.
I guess that's true.
Because when he had the balloons, he was out in the daylight. And it was bright as shit.
Did he go after Eddie, though?
Yeah, he started chasing Eddie in this one. Nah. Well, he was at the leper, he was. I think as Pennywise, he was just standing there with the balloons. And then Eddie crawled underneath.
So was he under like the porch or something in the shadows?
No, he was definitely out in the open because he was away from the house.
But
It was on the side anyway. There's no
he goes in the
porch.
basement, and the first thing I noticed is the basement fucking flooded?
It was
right now?
flooded.
Well, yeah, I found that out. And then Georgie's talking to him. I was like, oh, hell
Yeah,
no.
Georgie's in the fucking
Fuck this.
corner and then comes out like he's a spy. He just comes out of nowhere in this bright ass yellow raincoat. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And he's talking to him. He's like, I didn't mean to do it or some shit. And then he starts chuckling. He's like, you'll float too. You'll float
This
too.
scene is they showed this scene in the trailer, and I'm like, this is fucking terrifying. And then you see Pennywise pop out of the water. I'm like, whoa, it's a weird scene.
And then he chases him this little
So
frantic thing.
it's weird though, because they show Georgie, and then they show Pennywise pop out at first, and it looks like he's by Bill's feet. And then it cuts to the next scene of Georgie saying, you'll float too, and Pennywise is by Georgie. So I don't know if it's just a weird edit, or if they like reshot this, because it was weird.
I don't know.
And then like he does his little frantic thing, and he's chasing him, and he like lays on the thing, and then he like slenders back into the water like a snake.
And I was like, oh shit, Penny didn't get him. This motherfucker got away. That's crazy.
That's what Pennywise wants.
And then what happens after that? I have no idea.
Beverly calls the boys to her house, and
She's smoking on the fire
was she
escape.
smoking? I didn't notice that.
Yep, she flicked her
she was,
cigarette. I was like, how old is she?
She's 13.
She's fucking smoking everywhere. In the school, on the fucking fire escape.
Well, I mean, she just stole that pack of cigarettes.
I don't know how old she was.
And also, she ran down the entire fire escape. Like, they didn't cut from it. She just legit ran.
2 flights, not that deep.
Nah, she was running for a while.
She wasn't out of breath, nothing.
Man, she was running.
Track star. But she was like,
she hears them.
my dad's gone. I need you guys to come upstairs.
Keep a lookout, Richie. What the fuck am I supposed to do if her dad comes home? Do what you do best. Talk. He's like, okay, you got me.
He's like, it's a gift, I know.
He's like, you got me. He's always a lookout, though. Fuck, he must be pissed.
And then she's like, she shows them the bathroom, and they can all see the blood, I guess. And like, oh, we can't leave this. The fuck you mean we can't leave this? I'm not cleaning this
Her
shit
dad
up.
doesn't know it's there. You go take a shower in my house.
And I think this was one of the little kids was like, there's AIDS if you do this.
Yeah, when they're going to the bathroom, like before they open it, Eddie's like, do you know what's in there? There's all kinds of diseases and STDs, and people get AIDS. He was like, my friend got. Oh no, earlier in the film, he was like, my friend got AIDS.
It was
from...
when they found Ben. And he had the H. Yeah.
He was like, my friend got AIDS from touching a light post. That is not how it happens. He was like, it's an epidemic right now. But his mom has made him out to be like or like a person that's a germaphobe. So I mean, it makes sense.
But before she opened,
he's taking gazebos, man.
Gazebos, yeah. But before she opened the bathroom door, I was like, "Will they be able to see the blood too?" I don't understand the rules to that. I have no idea.
Whoever is terrifying.
I guess I don't know.
Who's he fucking with?
I guess. I was like, so the kids can see it, but adults can't. What is going on? We still don't know. And then they're all cleaning and shit. They decide to clean it up, and then Ben is about to take this trash out, and he goes and fucking goes into Beverly's room like a fucking creep. It's very weird. Sees the little postcard on her bed. Then he goes back, turns around, and he sees Bill and Beverly flirting in the bathroom.
Yeah, because she like says the poet's name, and he was like, what the fuck is that? It's like, She's like, it's poetry.
He's like, I don't fucking know poetry.
No.
I was like, Ben's gonna kill this motherfucker. I'm calling it.
Ben is Pennywise.
Basically, Ben's gonna
Plot
kill him,
twist.
Bro. He's gonna be Pennywise's fucking apprentice and shit. And then after that, they leave. And as they're just walking, all of them are walking their bikes except for the guy that was a lookout.
Richie,
he was riding.
He was sucking around him.
I'm just like, why aren't you guys all riding your bikes?
He was like, you're telling me she had blood all over her thing? That's nasty. And he's talking shit.
It's like, took you long enough. I'm like, bro, there's cleaning up blood. Like, the fuck's going on? But they're walking and talking, mainly the Richie guy talking, and they see a car and a bike. And I was like, oh, that's the homeschool koozie.
Before this, they tell each other about Pennywise. Because they're talking, and then Bill is like, I've seen him too. And then Eddie is like, it was a clown, wasn't it? And then that's when they all realize that Pennywise has fucked with them. And then they see Mike's bike. And I just now
I think that's after. Because Mike was there.
No, Mike wasn't there. Mike was there when they figured out that it's been 27 years when they were in the town. That's when the Ben was like, it's been 27 years since like 1908, and then blah blah blah. But this scene is when Bill or somebody was like, "Why was the blood there or something?" And then Bill was like, "I've seen him too." And then Eddie said it was a clown, and then they all like nod because they've all been fucked with.
Gotcha.
And then they go save Mike because they're like, "Isn't that the home kid's bike?" And I'm like, "So you just know this motherfucker's bike? Like, he doesn't even live in your town. He lives on the outskirts. Like, how often do you see his bike?"
He's like the only black kid, so that's probably why.
So you just know the black kid's bike? Like,
yeah.
What? It's profiling. You can't do that.
They all do it.
They do go save him though, because then they start throwing rocks at these motherfuckers.
He said, "Rock wall." I was like,
is that what he said? Because I couldn't understand what he said.
He said rock war.
Okay,
Is it a rock war or rock fight? It was one of the two.
I think it was war.
I think so too. But he's like, rock war. It. I was like, you have a term for this? I've never once thought about throwing rocks.
I've read other books with them like having rock wars and stuff, so it makes sense.
But they fucked them up.
But like they were fucking with Mike, and then you just see a rock hit Henry in the face, and it's Beverly. I'm like, man, she got a cannon on her.
Man. And then it's like 5 against 3. Like, rock war.
And the bullies suck. Man. I don't know if they hit the kids at all.
They didn't.
They suck. It's like stormtroopers against like Luke Skywalker.
But for real, if I was a bully, first time I get hit, all right, y'all win.
You're a bully, nah.
Fuck that. Nope, out.
It's like a bully. You got step to them and then they back off.
Yep, because I would have left. Because there's 6 of y'all. Like you got a way better. You got a way better chance of hitting me. I don't feel like they got hit enough, but then after that, they say Mike. They're all talking. They figure out it's every 27 years.
27 to 30 years is what it is. In the movie, it's 27 years, but in the book canon, it's 27 to 30. And then like this is where they say that he feeds for like a year, or this is where they like figure it out or whatever. They said he comes back every 27 years and he feeds for a year.
Yeah.
Then they go to the garage with the great projector screen.
That was a creepy ass.
This is a creepy scene, and I 100%. Love the scene.
It starts off, they're looking at the sewer lines and like the schematic of the city, kind of like where all the
because Ben had the projector slide of old dairy for some reason, because he just has everything that has to do with dairy. And Ben seen it when they were in his room, so they took it to the projector screen, laid it on the map.
Yep.
And then that's when they figured out where Pennywise lives, which I don't know if I would have been able to deduce that.
They couldn't deduce it either. It's just because it's a movie. There's no fucking
way. They're like, okay, it all connects at this point.
And how did he know that Georgie got taken at that sewer?
What do you mean?
Because he said this is the sewer where Georgie was taken.
Mm-hmm.
How does he know that?
Because of his model. He was like the Barrens. Every time he tried the model, he went to the Barrens. So that was the one with Georgie. And then they had the sewer where Betty Ripson was at. So they had that sewer as well. And they just found out where it connected. And then that's how they found out where Pennywise lived. Because they connected at the point. And then they found out that's where the well was at. So they're like, oh, that makes sense. Pennywise lives there.
But what if that sewer was blocked up that day? Like, he doesn't fucking know.
Mm-hmm. Ask Bill. I don't know.
Fuck Bill, bro. Where am I on my notes?
Projector screen.
Projector screen. Yeah, so looking at that, the one dude just flips out. The guy with asthma, he's stressed.
Oh, he's stressed.
He's stressed the fuck out. He's like, I can't breathe.
I need to get out of here.
Inhaler. He just starts taking shit down. He's like, I'm done, I'm leaving. And then it just starts clicking away. And it keeps changing. I was like, the fuck is going, like, how are you gonna fuck with them? Like, what are you gonna do?
See, they put the scene in the trailer too. I wish they wouldn't have put this in the trailer.
I don't understand how he got there. There's no sewer.
Pennywise?
Yeah.
He doesn't need the sewer.
So then how does the sewer add up to where he lives? None of it makes sense.
It's just the kid. They're kids. That's just where they did. Because Georgie got taken in the sewer. They found Betty Ripson's shoe in a sewer. So they just assumed that's where Pennywise lived. I mean, the library wouldn't have been a sewer access
That's what
either.
I'm saying. It doesn't make
Pennywise
sense.
is everywhere.
And nowhere. So if he's everywhere, dumb deducing. But I digress.
He's an alien entity.
Okay. And then it cuts to a picture of Bill's family with George and his mom and dad. And his mom's flipping her hair. And as she's flipping her hair, it just turns to Pennywise.
Which is fucking terrifying.
What the fuck is
It is terrifying. And then it doesn't even it doesn't it like they like kick it or Mike kicks it over and they think it's off. And then it turns back on and Pennywise is just a fucking gigantic thing. It pops out of the projection screen. Like, this is fucking terrifying. Like, what?
And then they open the garage and he's gone.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
gone.
like, all right, if you say so. And then after that, they're like, all right, we're going to go to this house.
On Nebo Street.
Which is stupid.
They're going to go find...
Go to the cops. You guys are all about to die.
The cops don't give a fuck.
Makes sense.
They know the adults in this town don't care.
I guess.
They know.
But then they go in there, I was like, we need to look
Richie didn't win this one. Richie went inside.
Was it that one?
Yeah, Richie went
Oh,
inside
that was
because
that
they
time,
all
yeah,
raised
yeah.
their hands. He's like, well, fuck.
Except Beverly did not.
Yeah.
But yeah, he asked, like, he does a little fucking speech, and he's like, oh shit, he didn't even stutter.
Oh, yeah, because like, Georgie could be a lie. Fuck you guys. I'm going to here. I'm going to find him. And they're like, oh shit, he's for real.
Yeah.
And then I think four of them. It's Eddie, Richie, Stan. Is Stan going? I don't remember. It was either 3 or 4 of them. I think it was 3. It was 3. It was the kid from Shazam, the gazebo guy, and then Richie, who was...
Beverly went in.
Did she go in? No, she didn't.
Yeah, she stabbed Pennywise.
That was when everybody busted in at the end. Because they all busted through the front door, and that's when she stabbed him. Because they were all there.
So.
Because they were up on the top floor, and then Pennywise picked them, like, he picked them apart. Like, Richie...
Yeah, like, stay together. Y'all are dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb. They're, even in the sewer, like, they split up, too. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, I understand you see George, but, like, bro, you tell somebody that you see
the
George,
fuck are you doing?
and y'all go as a fucking
Well,
group.
like, guys, I hear something. Come with me. Like,
Man.
the
like,
fuck are you
I
doing?
don't got time for that nonsense.
So, like, Pennywise gets each of them in a separate room, and one room is a room full of clowns, which Richie's terrified of. And they had the original Pennywise from the 1980, the TV
Is that the one he
series.
touches?
No. He was like a model to the left.
I was trying to find Pennywise. I was like, which one's real? Which one's real? Which one's
You
real?
see in the background, one of the clowns turned their heads, and it was
Yeah.
Pennywise. And then Pennywise popped out of the thing.
Yeah.
So Pennywise got Richie in there, and then he got Eddie in another room, and then that's when the floor opened up, and Eddie fell through and broke his arm. Even though when he fell through, his arm's not broken until they cut to the next scene. It's very weird.
Yeah.
And then Bill, he didn't terrify Bill in this one.
Yeah, he did. It was something coming out of the mattress at first.
Oh, it was Eddie's head.
Yeah.
And then that's when like the acid blood came through,
Yeah.
and that's when they had to pick the 3 doors.
And they picked the one that was not
It
scary
said
at all.
not very scary, scary, very scary.
No, it said not scary at all.
Did it?
Yeah,
I
not
wrote
scary.
down not very scary.
It said not scary at all.
They chose that one, and they were wrong.
100%
I wouldn't know what was in the other 2 rooms.
No, you don't. And then he closed the door and he's like, if we're not scared, it's not going to
It's like
show
Freddy
it.
Krueger.
It's like, yeah, I wrote that. I said, so it's like Freddy, but with fear and only kids? I guess. But alright. Weird flex, but okay. So they open the door. It's like, oh, fuck this. She ain't got no legs. Closes the door.
She ain't gonna like. They're like, where the fuck were her legs?
She asked for her shoe back.
Yeah. Oh, because it was Betty Ripson. That's what it was.
Yeah. She asked for her shoe back. And then they close the door and it's like, if we're not scared, we're fine. They open the door and it's just a fucking thing.
Well, it was dark at first, and then they just ran through, and it was the regular hallway. And then they're like, Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. And then he's downstairs about to get eaten.
Yep. And then Pennywise is like, oh shit, they're not scared no more. All right, bet.
He was like, Bill, am I not scary enough for you? Bill, what are you doing? And that's when he gets stabbed. Fucking face.
He ate that shit.
He did eat that shit. That's when he crawls back into the sewer. Because Bill like sees him go back into the well,
Yeah.
and he's like crawling back.
Yeah. And they
then,
all go outside.
Yeah, and they're
and
arguing.
I was confused, right? Did they go outside and then the mom is just like, just knew that he had a broken arm and just showed up? What's going on?
I think they called his mom. Probably.
They ain't no cell phone. How they calling her?
I don't know. Maybe they were somebody else's. I don't know.
But the mom was like, fuck you guys. You broke his arm.
Fuck you, little kid. I heard stories about you, little girl. Like, damn.
Don't touch my son.
You getting this motherfucker gazebos. Like,
Man. So she takes him.
who's the real villain in
Then
this?
they all start arguing and everybody's... I think Beverly was on board with Bill.
Yeah,
Like, ready to go
everybody.
back in.
Yeah,
but everybody else was like, nah,
yeah.
I'm not
fuck
fucking
this.
with
We're not dying.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
they
not
go
down for this.
their separate ways.
Yeah. But I was like, what's gonna cause them to band back together? I need to know. And then it goes to Eddie going to the store. Is that the next, or is there something before?
It cuts to Henry and his dad with the gun. He's about to shoot something. It was the cat.
Oh no, he shot a bottle and he hit, right? And then it was like,
Was it a cat?
Yeah. He was like, oh, nice shot. He's like, all right, go get that cat.
Hold it up.
He said, fuck
that. You fucking
hold
dumbass.
it there. No, Robin Hood, I'm not holding it there. Actually,
You fucking make me shoot my hand.
You got me fucked up.
Fuck you. And then his dad pops up.
Yeah.
And his dad was like, fuck you. And dad was intimidating him. He was like, you see?
Give me the gun. And he's like, I was gonna clean it for you. And he was like, you're cleaning it for me? He was like, yeah. He's like, give me the gun. And then he shoots him.
And he shoots him like in the ground. And then fucking, that was like 2 feet away, bitch. And then he was like, you see that? That's what happens when you're scared like paper and it crumbles or some shit. He had like a weird line.
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck is your son? You just shot this motherfucker. And then he sees the balloon.
He sees the balloon in his mailbox.
And it was his knife.
And I was like, oh shit. He got a knife back.
Stab, stab.
And then he goes inside. I was like, is he gonna kill his dad?
Fucking stab, stab.
And then he's just like kind of walking slowly and he looks at the TV and it's like, Henry, kill him. Henry,
Pennywise, man.
Kill them. Henry, kill him. And then he goes, and he kills him. And he's like, kill them all. Kill them all. Does he feel like
Pennywise is fucking is
the fuck's going
crazy.
on? And then Eddie goes to get his medicine for his arm.
Because he was just like, yeah, this bullshit, right?
He was like, what? She's like, they're placebos. And he was like, the fuck are placebos? He's like, it means they're bullshit and they don't do nothing. It was like, oh, you ain't got no friends, so why signed your cast? He's like, I want to get it dirty.
She wrote
loser on it. That's fucked
that
up.
motherfucker. And kill her too.
Man. And then he covered it up with the V.
For lovers.
And it was red. It was weird.
Very red. It looked like a 5. It reminded me
So
like a
I was
Roman
like,
numeral
does
5.
that symbolize something?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know.
But I have never read the book. This is just like cursory knowledge. So I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know. But then after that, also, who came up with this?
With what?
Like killing the little kid, killing his dad, and then like,
The book?
the whole thing. It was so like
Stephen King.
Like, how do you call this? Is so crazy.
The most famous horror writer of all time. Very fucked up, dude. Or his writing is, anyway.
I guess.
Never read anything. That's what I heard. What are you confused about? Can't even read.
No, I don't understand my notes. So after that, I think Beverly
It's
gets
Beverly
taken.
and her dad, yeah.
Yeah.
He like attacks her.
Yeah.
She kicks him in the nuts.
And
He
then-
was like, I heard you been hanging out with the group of boys, and you're the only girl. Well, you know, you're my little girl. Are you still my little girl?
She was like, no, I'm not. And then he was like, what? And then pushes her down, I think.
yeah,
And he
or
gets
she
close.
she backs up and falls, and he jumps
Yeah.
on top of her.
And then he kicks her in the nut, or she kicks him in the nuts, and then kicks him in the face, and runs to the bathroom.
Mhm.
And he walks to the bathroom, it's locked, so he takes a step back, and then he busts in, and she's hiding in the bathtub. I
Busts the shit out of him.
thought she went through the window. Because I didn't see like a shadow or anything from the lights or anything.
Mm.
I was like, oh, she went through the window. Cool. And he opens the thing and goes, bam!
Busted the shit
And
out
kills
of
him, basically. And then Pennywise gets her.
Yeah, she starts to walk out the door, and Pennywise pops up and grabs
Mhm.
her.
And then,
This was the only when the first time I watched it, this was the only portion of the movie that like I sort of got a jump scare out of me. Because I was not expecting Pennywise to pop up right here. Because usually you can tell, and I thought like she was going to defeat her dad and just walk out and like go call the boys or whatever. Wasn't expecting Pennywise to pop up.
and then I think it was Bill
Yeah,
walked into her house.
Yeah, so I meant to go back and rewatch this scene because I couldn't remember why Bill got there or why he walked inside.
Doesn't make sense, that's why.
So I think it might have been, so I have to go back and watch it. I think it's because Beverly was the only one that was with Bill on the idea of stopping Pennywise. So Bill went to go get her to help him, and he just walked inside her house and found all this shit. And then he walked into her room and it said, "You will die, or you will die too," or I forget what it
You
said.
die if you try.
Yeah, that's what on the ceiling.
Which was weird.
And found her dad in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Knock the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then they round up the gang.
Yeah.
Richie's playing
And then-
Street Fighter or something in an arcade.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what I'm imagining doing to you.
He talks so much shit. He's funny, bro.
It's
Oh,
hilarious.
and I missed it. I wrote down a quote. It was like, hey, do you sit on the same toilet as your mom? And he's
Yeah,
like,
crabs.
sometimes, like, well, you probably got crabs, and that's why it's itchy. And I was like, the fuck?
Oh, there was another line too. It was like, "What are you taking those for? Are you taking it so you don't get sick, or why are you inserting something?" He was like, "I'm doing
No,
it."
it's all the birth control. It's like, oh,
This
this
is what it
birth
was?
control. He was like, yeah, it's like, good, I'm gonna need them for your sister, in a couple, or in a little bit or something. I was like, what?
I was like, "This is how little kids would talk, though. Like little kids, they're yes,
No.
not. No, I can see little Brian saying this shit. He's fucking saying it.
No. And then he calls, is his name Eddie, the placebo guy?
Eddie's the placebo guy. Yes.
Yeah. Calls Eddie, and I assume told him, like, where to meet him and, like, what happened. He's like,
Yeah,
all
he
right, I'll
called
meet
him.
you there. And he starts to go out, and his mom's like, where do you think you're going? I was like, oh, is he going to kill his mom? That's the first thing I thought of.
Oh, we
Like, all
forgot the
parents dying.
scene of where Eddie. They went to Eddie's house, and his mom. They're like grabbing the snacks from the cupboard. Why? Oh, because this is before they were going to the sewer to find Georgie, and they're grabbing the snacks, and they're walking out, and then Eddie or his mom was like, "Where are you going?" They're like, "Just going out with my friends," and she was like, "Are you forgetting something?" And Eddie gives him a kiss, and then Richie was like, "Hey, Miss K, can I get you one for me too before we leave?" Just walks out. It's funny little kids.
Funny little kid. Richard's the only funny one.
No, Eddie's pretty funny too. Gazebos? They didn't get a kick out. You didn't laugh at that?
No.
Gazebos?
This motherfucker came and talk. Pissed me off. I hate him. And then they go up to the house or whatever again.
You've been giving me gazebos, man. That's bullshit.
And they Bill's like, we all need to go inside. That's the only way we're gonna survive. I promise. I'm like,
Yeah,
God.
because Stan didn't want to go inside. He
Yeah.
said, "It's summertime. I'm not trying to die."
Well, all right then. Well, as they're going inside, you see the car of Henry outside. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, they're gonna get fucked up.
Oh, when they're going up to the house, you can see Mike has the bolt gun
Mhm.
with a bunch of cartridges.
Yep, saw that as well.
He's about to fuck somebody up.
Yeah, something like that. So they go inside. They go to the well. They're like, how are we gonna get down? And it's just conveniently a rope. And I was like, they're about to all get on this fucking rope, and somebody's gonna cut the shit, and they're dead. I thought Pennywise was gonna fuck them all up. I was like, that's how we end this movie. You know? Where's movie 2 at? Because this would be too easy. You know what I mean? And then they all go down, and we're all safe except for Mike. He's about to go, and then Henry shows up and starts fucking him up.
Henry pulls up the rope.
Yep.
Starts beating Mike up.
And then Henry's about to shoot Mike with the gun or whatever, and Mike like moves it out the way and then hits him with the rock, and then pushes him in the well, and that well goes down far.
I don't know if he's dead.
It just goes down far.
Yeah, I don't
would
remember.
assume he's dead.
I remember reading, but I don't remember if they said he died or not from what I read.
No idea.
I don't remember. But then Mike's like, I'm okay. And then it cuts to Beverly, and she's in the sewer, and she sees like all the kids floating. And then
Yeah.
Pennywise tries to
I was
eat
like,
her.
why is she not dead?
Because Pennywise feeds off her fear. And she says she's not scared, so then that's when he makes her float.
Yeah, and I was like, well, is George alive?
No.
Well, obviously I got that now, but like when she didn't die, I was like, well,
Well, Georgie was scared.
George? Why did I still don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. Because I can say I'm not scared. She was fucking scared. Fuck that. There's no way. This clown's holding me up. You got me fucked up if you don't
I'm
think
not
I'm
scared
scared.
of you. So then he does this little like thing to make him float.
I didn't know that was a thing. So
Yeah, it's from where he's from. It's like showing. He showed her like the universe or something, and she can't comprehend what's going on, so like it destroys her inside. Which I don't understand how the kiss brought her back. I didn't.
I knew
look
that was
into
gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's pretty much like yeah, it's cliche.
Yeah.
But it's like it's the mythology of Pennywise and the thing inside of it. The three
Gotcha.
little lights make them float or whatever. The human body can't comprehend, so like destroys you inside.
Gotcha.
It's weird. I don't know.
And then after that, it cuts to I think his name's Stan.
Yeah, he gets separated from the group.
How the fuck did he by himself?
Oh, before Beverly starts floating, it cuts to Pennywise, and he's the dancing clown. and it's the scene of him dancing on.
Oh, that's the
camera.
same scene.
Yeah, it's the same scene.
As
It's a
Beverly.
very weird scene and creepy.
His head
scene.
wasn't moving.
Yeah, it wasn't
I was
moving.
like-
His body was moving, but his head wasn't. It's very creepy.
I was like,
And then he just jumps down and grabs her. I'm like, well, this is fucking weird.
yeah. I was like, I don't
This
like
is
that, bro.
creepy.
Like,
You're a very creepy clown. Like, I'm scared. She's lying. Like, 'cause I'm scared.
she's like, I'd be terrified.
Like, if I
I'd freak the
fucking
fuck
see you
out.
dancing like that, fuck that. Kill
I'd be
me.
freaking out. Man, I'm dead.
You kill me.
You got me. Shit. Stop, please.
And
But,
then it goes to Mike going down the well.
he drops all of his bolts
Yeah.
except for the gun.
And then
Um,
stands by himself.
Which I don't see how. I don't remember how he got.
I don't think they
alone.
explained
I
it. They
don't-
just
yeah.
cut to him by
I
himself.
was like, he's a dumbass.
And it cut to he's by himself, and then it's the painting lady.
Yeah, and she eats his face.
Yeah, she started.
I was like, oh,
eating
but
him.
it's real now. This is what I still don't understand because
Yeah,
he has the marks and stuff still.
Well, this time it was Pennywise. It wasn't like an illusion. Pennywise was actually the lady.
Yes.
And then the other kids are looking for him. Then the kids find him, and he's getting his fucking face ripped off.
And he just scurries away.
Yeah, Pennywise scurries away, and then he goes to the sewer, comes back as the clown, and they're just all screaming.
Yep.
And then Stan's like, "Why the fuck did you guys leave me? You said we wouldn't leave. We'd be together." Blah,
Like,
blah,
bitch, you
blah.
left me.
You left, bitch.
Shit.
And then
Bill
they're-
sees George, and I was like,
Georgie.
oh, Bill. Now Bill's leaving. Like,
yeah, they're dumb. Like, these are the dumbest fucking kid. Like, that was terrifying.
it's my neighbors, dude.
But yeah, Bill leaves to go find Georgie, and then he finds Georgie, and they're talking, and they go in there, and Georgie's talking about the boat.
First, he follows Georgie. He sees Beverly. He's like,
Oh yeah,
I'll
because
be
she's floating.
back.
Yeah,
He's like, I'll be back. Fuck
'cause
it.
she's floating.
I gotta see if George is real. But yeah, continue.
But yeah, it cuts to Georgie, and he's talking about the boat, and he's like, "Oh, I loved it," and then Bill's like, "It? You called it a she?" And then Georgie's like, "What?" And he was like, "You called it a her," and then that's when Bill realized that it was Pennywise and not Georgie.
Yeah.
Then he walks up and he fucking blasts him in the face with the bolt gun.
Well, they all come.
Yeah, they all come in. They
It
see
cuts
Beverly.
to Beverly first.
Yeah, they find where they pulled her down, and then Ben kisses her.
Yeah, and then she just wakes up and was like, all right, that's the thing.
Then
I
Bill's-
was like, this movie makes no fucking sense. It just,
Then Bill fucking shoots Pennywise. Pennywise turns back into the clown.
this is the creepiest fucking animation I've ever seen in my life.
It's pretty crazy. It's a good. It's a good transition.
No, hated it. Hated
It's
it.
pretty dope.
animation.
And then like his arms are like short, and then like boop, boop.
Yeah,
It's pretty dope.
Didn't like it.
And then they just beat the shit out of Pennywise.
Yeah, and then now he's like growing arms. He turns into a fucking praying mantis. Fucking thing. I
His
was like,
true
the fuck
form
is
is a
going on?
giant spider, I think. So I think that's what it was alluding to.
I guess, but it was shit weird. He was growing parts and shit. I didn't like it. At all.
Yeah, but they beat the shit out of him.
They didn't kill him though.
Nope.
Then they did some after he didn't die. They all left, and they did some weird ass.
Blood pack.
These kids are weird. You're not cutting my hand.
Blood brothers.
100% not cutting my hand. No, not cutting my hand. Nope. I couldn't have just said, I swear, I'll be back later in life. Like, fine, fuck that. And then they cut Ben. I was like, Ben's been cut so many times in this movie. Like, he's getting fucked up.
Oh yeah, Ben got. We didn't talk about this. The first time they went to the Nebo house, like Pennywise turned into like a werewolf and slashed this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. But they make the blood pack. They all leave.
But when they did the blood pack, I was like, why didn't you say something about AIDS then? See?
Because he didn't care about his mom anymore. Because he found out they were gazebos.
And then after that, Bill and Beverly kiss, and she does it with his blood. Bro, this one's
Oh yeah, there's blood all over his neck.
nasty ass hands. I was like, he got AIDS now, bro.
Did you see the end credit scene?
Didn't know there was one. Did
I'm
not
just
watch
fucking
it.
with you. I don't think there is.
Did not watch it. There
I
was.
don't
one.
think there is. But yeah, that was the movie. You
Yeah.
you didn't really like it?
It was all right. Like, I could have went my entire life like.
It was one of my top 10. This is definitely my top 10 horror movies of all time.
I was just confused throughout the entire movie. I don't think it was a horror movie. It wasn't. I mean, it has some creepy aspects, but I don't think it was a horror. movie.
See, so in the miniseries, they split it. It was like a 3-hour miniseries, but like in the book, it's like half of them being kids, half of them being adults. And then like when they're kids, it's like how it was now. And then when they're adults, they find out more about like the mythology. Because in the book, Mike So in the movie, it'd be Ben, like the person that's like the library. That's at the library all the time. They like learn more about what Pennywise really is. So I assume in the sequel is what we'll find more about, like what Pennywise is, what his powers are.
I assumed they'd be adults.
Yeah, they'll be adults in the second one.
Because they were
27
like,
years later.
If if this happens when we're older, we all promise to come back or whatever.
But I assume the kids will be back in like flashbacks and stuff. I assume they'll be back in the sequel. And there's also another weird thing. This movie was released 27 years after the first miniseries.
I was wondering if that's how.
27 years. That's pretty crazy.
I was wondering.
And then I was reading, it was like, hopefully the sequel doesn't take 27 years to come out. I'm like, no, it'll take 2 years.
Yeah.
And it comes out in September. And I'm excited. Are you excited?
So excited.
I'm very
So what
excited.
year will it be? Will it be 2015?
2089. 27 years after that? 2016?
It was 1988.
88 was the first one, and then the events of the movie take place the summer of 89. Georgie got taken in 88.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
And then the events of the movie happened in the summer of 89.
Gotcha, okay.
So the new movie will happen in 2016.
That's weird. They should have planned it better. Maybe this one will be 30 years.
I mean, it could be. It's every 27, 30 years, roughly. Just whenever he gets hungry. I mean, it could be. I think they'll stick with the 27 because they said strictly 27 in the movie.
I guess. Maybe.
27, he wakes up, eats for a year, and then goes away.
Maybe.
So we'll see. I'm excited. You could check out our review of the It Chapter 2 trailer on our channel as well.
Bold statements. Let's see if it pays off for you.
So what am I watching?
What are you watching? That is a fantastic
Motherfucker is
question.
not prepared.
I am. I just gotta get my list.
Just pick something, bitch.
Oh! Never Back Down.
The fuck is that?
Watch it.
No, is it a movie?
Yes.
Who's in it? Motherfucker don't know.
The guy from Bloodline.
What the fuck
Not
is Bloodline?
Bloodborne. No, not
The
Bloodborne.
fuck is the game?
No. The movie about Blood Diamond.
The fuck is Blood Diamond?
You never seen Blood Diamond?
That's a like an 80s movie, right?
I think 90s.
90s? I've heard of it.
Oh, we're watching that next.
Wait, Never Back Down?
Yeah.
Who's in it?
The guy from Blood Diamond.
You don't know his name? Al Pacino? Joe Pesci?
I'll look up a couple characters.
So, what year did this come out?
2007.
So it's
2008.
2008?
Yep.
I've never once heard of this movie.
It's really good. Really
Never Back Down. How long is this movie?
good. Amber Heard.
She was in Aquaman.
Sean Ferris.
That name does not ring a bell.
Djimon Hounsou.
Oh, I know that guy. He was in Shazam and Thor.
Yeah, I thought he was in a Marvel movie.
No, he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, not Thor.
Do you know Cam Gigandent?
No.
Leslie Hope?
The name sounds familiar.
David Zelon.
No.
Neil Brown.
So there's not a big...
Afion Crockett's in it.
Really?
Yeah. Not very long.
So the biggest person is Amber Heard?
Yeah, I guess so.
She was in Aquaman. She's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
She's also married to Johnny Depp.
It's only an hour and 55 minutes.
Only an hour 55. He was complaining about this movie. It's 2:10. It's 15
Oh, but
minutes
this movie's
different.
good.
So is it. It's one of the best horror movies of the past, 12 years. All right, I'll watch Never Back Down. Tune in next week.
Again, youtube.com/clashing thoughts. You can find Jordan on Twitter at JM Gibson. Is that right? I have no idea.
07.
07. JM Gibson 07. It'll also be displayed here.
It's
You can
not
find
gonna
me
be-
on Twitter.
It's not
You
gonna
can
be
find me on
like-
Twitter at KYLGIB.
Motherfucker can't spell his name.
I can. Kyle Gibb was taken.
Kylie.
Follow our Twitter or our YouTube Twitter at Thoughts Clash, right? And
Yes,
then, as
so
always,
stupid. I hate it.
Twitter doesn't let you do the long ones, man. And you can hit the subscribe button here. Till
Let
next
us
time.
know what we should do in the comments below.
Tell us why I'm better than him in the comments below.
He doesn't like it. Don't like him.
He's never seen Never Back Down. Fuck him.
I don't think half the people on this planet have seen.
It's so good though. You're gonna be like, why have I never seen this?
No, I doubt it.
It's great. See you.
Till next time.